Hello, fabulous superstar Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of May 2023. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky now. It is a very special time. Big energies are moving now. I think a lot of us, if not most of us, are going to feel like a lot has changed as we navigate this time. This month represents the most important month of the year for so many of us out there. That certainly includes you as well. So, on the first of the month, Pluto goes retro. Pluto is moving through the sign just before yours. There may be a whole lot stirring on levels of soul and psyche and spirit for you now. And so, you are going to want to pace yourself to the best of your ability. Make sure you're getting enough rest. I can't emphasize that enough for the Pisceans, and actually, I would say for the mutable signs out there, whether you're a Pisces, Virgo, Sag, or Gemini. And I'm going to return to why that is as we navigate later into this month. But do keep in mind, these are the signs, yours included, that can work out a lot of these very high energies in the dream space. Make sure you're practicing self care, taking the time out that you need. There may be strong emotions that you're moving through now, and you may need that time away to understand that much more deeply the wisdom and love at the root of them. And so, this happening in the sign just before yours, it's about what's stirring on levels of soul and psyche and spirit. An inner restlessness could find you now. There is a breakthrough, though, once we get to the fifth, and that is because we have a lunar eclipse set to take place. This eclipse is happening in fellow water sign Scorpio, a worldly part of your sky. Uranus and a retrograde Mercury are directly opposite this eclipse. And what that suggests is in an instant, your world could feel like it changes in some way. Your world might open up or look different to you, be interpreted different by you. And so we can see how long distance travel, immigration, citizenship, higher learning, legal matters, in a practical sense, these may come into focus for you now, but they can also reach a conclusion rather quickly in some cases. And so, if you've been involved in an ongoing matter, this is a very quick closure that could happen, some final decision that comes together unexpectedly. Because Uranus is opposite, that's an energy of extremes, which means that either things leap you in a direction you really love, you think it's great, thank goodness it's resolved, or they leap you in a direction that says, okay, that didn't work, that's not meant to work, I'm going in a whole new direction, that's done. Either way, you kind of get to the same place. Gratitude that a particular chapter may come to an end in regards to these areas I just mentioned. More personally, and in some very extreme circumstances, it's possible that a new or a different way of understanding the world around you speaks to you very strongly, might have been there for a while. A new spiritual tradition, a philosophical or political understanding could find you and serves as a wake up call. At the same time, it could be something that you share related to politics, philosophy, or religion that evokes a very strong reaction in another person. That certainly is a possibility now. And it's up to you to decide what that's going to mean, if anything, for you navigating forward from here. Keep your own journey and your own philosophical awareness in mind, and you'll grow exponentially at this time. Now, as we move to the middle of the month, that really is where the activity heightens. And an area of the chart that becomes very important is a part of the sky for you that has to do with your neighborhood, your siblings, cousins, and neighbors. It has to do with synchronicity, being in the right place at the right time, meeting the right person, and it makes all the difference for you now. Well, what we have first on the 15th is Mercury direct here. This part of the sky having to do with information, conversation, communication. This could be when that email or that letter or that document finally comes through and everything looks different in an instant as a result. What you thought you wanted, what you were applying for, what you were going for, now you realize, oh, it's meant to be something else. But the next day, that's where the magic is. Jupiter is going to enter the same part of the sky that we have this Mercury direct in. Now, keep in mind, in addition to the things I just mentioned, this part of the sky also has to do with media, everything from social media to traditional media. Jupiter brings with it energies of growth and blessing and opportunity. Mercury direct brings clarity. And so, if there has been confusion around a matter related to a sibling, cousin, or neighbor, perhaps a misunderstanding or miscommunication, here comes Jupiter bringing healing energy into the mix, helping you to feel that much closer to these people. If it is that there was uncertainty as to what's going on in your neighborhood, well, Jupiter coming in here can bring positive vibes, positive solutions. And where it is that, again, you were hoping for a document, that good news to finally find you, well, it could be better than anything you expected. On the 19th, a new moon in the same part of the sky, speaking in harmony with Mars and Neptune, well, that brings with it new opportunities, perspectives, that much more. It's a brand new beginning that has excitement and faith mixed in. But that's not all. As much as these energies are so positive and amazing, and of course, there is going to be a Jupiter special horoscope, so be on the lookout for that in the weeks ahead. Having said that, though, really the main event this month is the Grand Fixed Cross. Now, this takes me back to the beginning where I was telling you about mutable signs, how mutable signs we're going to experience this month. There is a shared perspective here. The areas of the chart lit up this month with a rare and powerful configuration are the parts of the sky that have to do with communication, but also the cultivation of wisdom, and also the parts of the sky that have to do with what's happening on soul, psyche, and spirit, and how that's speaking to how you actually live. Living true to the principles that you have for your life in your smallest moments as you move through your moments can be part of what comes into focus, and finding a way to express, to share what you believe to be true in a larger sense can also be part of the energy of this time. But yes, this can be tense at moments, but it can also be energizing and even inspiring. You're going to need to keep the right balance in place. Remember, I started the video by saying, make sure you're getting enough rest. Make sure you're practicing self-care. Make sure you're doing what you need to do to stop and integrate and process some very strong energies and emotions that may be arising for you. You are figuring out nothing less than what is true for you. That is a valuable endeavor you're engaged in. And so, Jupiter steps into a brand new sign, that communicative, neighborhood oriented part of the sky immediately connects in a square configuration with Pluto. And then Mars gets into the mix, moving into the sign of Leo, moving into a part of the sky for you that has to do with your daily life, your workspace. It has to do with how well you're taking care of you. And Jupiter squares that Mars. It is on the 20th that Pluto and Mars are opposite each other with precision. That's a big turning point moment. And then the nodes are in the mix, with the North Node close in the sky to Jupiter, and the South Node in fellow water sign Scorpio, where we have that eclipse earlier in the month. So you can see here, this is big, powerful, stubborn energy, but it's how you use it that matters. You want to be mindful of that opposition of Mars and Pluto. That can be tense, that can be tiring. And that becomes especially true for you to feel tired physically, could be part of this time. But again, if you just carve out the time to get enough sleep, that could resolve the matter. If you don't consciously do that, it's like the universe and your body will say, okay, there's some strong things going on here. You need to stop for a minute and process this energetically. And life may make you pause. And so, the different ways that that could happen as part of the wisdom of what it is that our soul and spirit may need, that's what's going to come forward. So, engage the energy consciously. Make sure you're getting enough rest. If you're feeling very strong emotions, do what it is that helps you to understand them, and make sure that you're communicating with others. That's going to be a very powerful tool now. Approaching whatever you feel deep within philosophically is how you also help negate some of these very strong energies you may literally be feeling physically as you navigate this very powerful time. It has its wisdom. Again, it's getting you in touch with what is true for you, a philosophical truth, and understanding how you want to share that, how you want to express that, what vehicle you might want to use to share and to express. Well, all of that is part of the journey. Those answers will be stirring within you now. Now, where it comes to matters of love, that's where we got some wonderful news here. Okay, so a week into the month, Venus moves into a heart and flirtation oriented part of the sky for you. Whatever else might be happening, you're also going to have fun this month, and that includes romantic fun at that. For those of you open to meeting someone new, you will be getting your flirt on for much of this month. I think there's going to be a part of you that really wants to engage others, to enjoy life. And a part of that includes in love and meeting new people. There's a lightness and ease with which you are moving through this time, a week into the month, where it feels in those spaces where you feel happy, you're enjoying yourself. Well, love connections can be made in surprising and beautiful ways. For those of you just starting to date someone, well, I love this placement of Venus. It's wonderful for dating. Whether you're dating this person or you're open to meeting other people, this is going to end up working so well for you. It is in the context of dating that you're able to find the joy of getting to know another and being known as well, although lightly, right? It's not necessarily deep, profound vibes, at least not just yet. It's more about, do you genuinely enjoy spending time with this person? But yes, keep your options open, keep getting your flirt on, because this kind of energy says you will become aware that you certainly have options available to you in the context of love. And for those of you in an established bond, what a remarkable time this can be. In the context of established bonds, this is putting a focus on what you need to feel loved and a desire to express what love is for you. This prioritizes fun. And so I think there is going to be a part of you that wants to actively do things with this person that you love, as part of enjoying your journey through life with this person as well. Now, there is going to be a very small percentage of Pisceans out there. If you have felt for a while that maybe you're not in the right relationship for you, all that frustrating energy we have, especially as we move towards the 20th, chances are it'll stir very strongly. And it may be your partner's habits that feel like they're getting on your nerves. I'm just saying, it's a possibility. Um, Make sure you are being patient with yourself and with others at all times. Whatever you might be feeling, there's a deeper truth underneath. That's where you want to go. That truth can be found in heart, and there you'll understand what the next best choice is for you. What I love about this month for you, there's so much here. It's a powerful and meaningful astrological moment. I am going to say Jupiter, your ancient ruling planet, changing signs. That is a very big deal. Moving into a communicative part of your sky. You have so much to say, so much to express. You're figuring out how you're going to go about it, but you'll find your way forward. You have something to share, and people who really are going to appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month with choose your membership rate at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. As a superstar, you get expanded, exclusive video scopes, access to exclusive live events, and higher tiers get you things like access to Synchronicity University classes, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. I look forward to meeting you there.